Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about Lewandowski and speak about his current form at Barcelona. What is going to be the future for him and this club? I do have a few interesting things to say. Later on in the video, we're also going to be talking about Ansu Fati and Frankie's return. So welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are new viewers to this channel, once again, welcome to this YouTube channel. This is where we talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. And so if you do end up liking this video, please give a thumbs up to this video and also subscribe to the channel if you do want to support me and stay up to date on anything regarding FC Barcelona. So let's first talk about Lewandowski. Currently, Lewandowski has played 4 games this season so far. He has 4 goals and has provided 1 assist. He has had a strong start under Hansi Flick so far, and recently he just stated that he aims to score 30 goals this season and potentially reach 35 depending on how the team does play. That is one of the things that he has emphasized in a recent interview, and he stated, of course I want to score more goals than last season for sure, but of course that would be the goal of scoring more than 30 goals. I don't know, maybe 35. It all depends on the team. So I hope they give me plenty of opportunities to score goals. And so what Lewandowski is basically asking for is to have more cohesiveness, unity, every time he does have the ball in the middle of the pitch, because that has been the overall game plan under Hansi Flick, is that every time Lewandowski drops a little deeper than usual and he has the ball, he has a lot of support around him. He has Pedri, he has Fermin, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Casado, Bernal. This is part of the reason why he has been so successful this season. It is because of the massive support group. This is something that we have not seen under Xavi Hernandez a few months ago. Every time we did see Lewandowski get the ball, the players did not get closer to Lewandowski. What we saw was the players getting wider, making runs, and that is the last thing that you do want when you have a player like him receiving the ball, because he is not a Sergio Busquets. Like, Sergio Busquets is a master at finding players, playmaking, looking for passing lanes, and we were treating Lewandowski as if he was Sergio Busquets every time he had the ball in the middle of the pitch, but not this season, right? Under Hansi, the players get closer. They give him more opportunities to do 1-2s or to do any link up play, and they also do find him really well inside the box. The crosses from Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Koundé, Balde has been immense. It has also been clearly noted that he has adjusted his mentality to regain the strength that he has lost last season. He literally admitted that. He said that he has lost some mental strength last season and he's gaining all that back, and also claimed that he will give everything this season. And that is one of the things that does excite me about Lewandowski. Every time I do see him try and get the ball when he is on a 1v1, like when he's forced to run to the ball that goes into space, he usually wins that battle because his physical strength is so top. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he rarely does get outbodied by any of the players that he does encounter. And of course, most of that also has to do with his mentality. Like, he never wants to fail or lose possession, and I love that. So then Lewandowski also talked about the reunion he has had with Hansi at Barcelona, and he stated, Flick and I have already won everything in football. I scored a lot of goals, but as you know, the team that was there, everything was perfect. Then he continued, with Hansi Flick we played very attacking football. We tried to get the ball as quickly as possible, and we also scored a lot of goals because we were focused on playing more offensively and scoring more goals. For me as a striker, it was easier to score a lot of goals. We will try to play more offensively and score more goals and concede less, and this is exactly what Lewandowski and Hansi Flick want to aim for at Barcelona, is to strive for perfection, becoming very vertical, always looking for goals, never trying to pass the ball sideways, restart the play, or any of that nonsense. Under Hansi, it is all pure vertical play. So for sure, the reason why Lewandowski has regained his old form is because of the squad around him. And I believe that besides Rafinha, one of the players that has improved a lot compared to the previous season has been Lewandowski. Players like Lamine Yamal, Kubarsi, Pedri, and so forth are providing higher levels, yes, but there has been bigger improvements on Rafinha and Lewandowski, and that's very exciting to see. So currently right now, he's on international duty. He's not with the Barcelona team right now. They're going to be playing Scotland and Croatia, and hopefully in those 2 games he does not get injured. I mean, like, Lewandowski rarely does get injured, but hopefully he doesn't, right? Because you know how international break likes to act. Like, the international break, if it was a person, it would be a thief. That's how I imagine what the international break would look like. It would be a thief, somebody who likes to steal away from you, your feelings, your materials, and everything in between. Just somebody that ruins your day and takes away your players, right? So in football, yes, the international break does take away some of our players. We have seen that happen multiple times, and so I do hope that Lewandowski comes back in full fitness, because we are going to need him in the match against Girona. So then he did want to continue to talk about the cohesiveness and the approach of Hansi Flick and go into greater detail. And so this is what he stated. It's something different. It shows. We did not have a game like this last season. I mean, to be honest, we kind of did. I believe it was in the match against Real Betis where Barcelona did win 5-0. I'm just going to say that the reason why this time it's much more exciting is because we win much more convincingly and all players have clearly improved. That is why everybody is so excited. So yes, I guess you can say in a way we did not have a game like this last season. Like, we did literally not win any match 7-0 last season, but we did have something similar similar, which was in the match against Real Betis, and I believe it was like another match in the Champions League. I forgot who it was. I think it was Antwerp, where Barcelona won 5-0. We were in that great moment under Xavi Hernandez. But still, this season it just feels a lot different, because the Barcelona that we saw compete well against Real Betis and Antwerp, it was one of our strongest 11 that we have placed in a very long time, right? Most of our players were available. But this time, with the squad that we have today, with us winning 2-1, and then the next game 2-1, and then 2-1, and then 7-0, we have been winning like this with our B team, with La Masia. We did not have Ansu, Frankie, Gavi, Christensen, or any of those players. We're still missing a lot of players. And so we'll see how Barcelona do perform once most of those players do come back. So then he continues to say that we started well, sometimes we stumbled, and sometimes we get it right, but the season is long and many things could happen, which is true, right? Anything could happen. Barcelona might drop their level by the time we do come back from international break. We never know. Nothing is promised. But what we do know is that, yes, this team, if they really want it and they get everything clicking correctly, we are very dominant. And so it is possible. There's no such thing as us having bad quality players. That doesn't exist. We have great players that can do great things. We're no longer in the 2021, 2022 Barcelona era or 2020 Barcelona era. We're not like that anymore. We are a team that has great quality players. Yes, anything can happen. Barcelona might fail. We might have phases through the season where we do not perform. It is going to happen. Like, we will see Rafinha under-deliver. We will see Lamine Yamal have a bad game. Kubarsi make mistakes at the back. But what's important is that we don't get too reactionary, and we have to continue to support this team no matter what. And so the one thing that I would like to see, no lie, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the one thing that I would like to see is to see more competition in Lewandowski's position, because there is nobody that can compete with him. And I know that Lewandowski is a winner and he'll score no matter what, but I would love to see somebody, right, just somebody try and take away the position of Lewandowski, because right now there currently isn't. Like, we can talk about Ferran. Maybe Ferran Torres is that player that can give Lewandowski the pressure. I mean, Hansi Flick also believed in this. It was reported back on July 23rd that stated Hansi Flick relies on Lewandowski and Ferran Torres as his primary strikers. The coach has confidence in their abilities within the penalty area. From day one, Flick has made it clear that Lewandowski is his top choice for the striker position. He also communicated that Ferran's characteristics align with what he expects from a alternative option, particularly in the second halves of matches when the game opens up. These were being said back on July 23rd, 2024, which was like around 2 months ago. And now 2 months later, we're seeing the exact same thing, like what it says here on the statement, coming to fruition. Ferran Torres replaced Lewandowski against Real Valladolid and came out with 1 goal and 1 assist. Ferran Torres was the striker and he did showcase his powers. So maybe, yes, maybe Ferran could be the one adding pressure to Lewandowski. I mean, we have barely seen Ferran so far this season, but so far so good. Let's see how he does evolve in the next 9 to 10 matches. Can Ferran Torres up his game? And so now lastly, I do want to give some quick updates on Ansu Fati and Frankie de Jong. It has been said that right now Ansu Fati and Frankie de Jong are set to return after the international break. Of course, no risk will be taken. They will not be forced into the game. Ansu Fati was also seen on the pitch a day ago, and he is now finishing his recovery, and he will for sure be back during the international break. As you can see on these photos, Ansu Fati is back. It has also been reported by Mateo Moreto that Ansu Fati never came close to leaving Barcelona this summer despite interest from other clubs. Flick fully does trust him and wants to try him out as a number 9 and not a left winger. So that's very interesting. I would like to see Ansu as a 9 because we have seen Ansu as a 9 before during the youth divisions. He was a full-time number 9 until he came to Ernesto Valverde's Barcelona and he was converted to a left winger. And then all of us, right, thought that he was going to be the next great left winger for FC Barcelona, but because of the injuries that he did encounter, it did slow him in a way, right? Especially because of his knee injuries. His explosiveness has been lost. His momentum when running, it has also been lost. He lost his speed. But the one thing that Ansu Fati has not lost, which is not physical, right? It is his technicality, his ability to always find the back of the net. If you give Ansu Fati the tools and the team in order for him to receive the ball as much as possible inside the box, he can score you the goals. And so I do expect that by the time we do go back into the season after the international break, we're going to be seeing the exact same 11 that we saw against Real Valladolid. But there is going to be some rotations on Ansu Fati and Frankie. I don't expect Ansu nor Frankie de Jong especially to be starting immediately. There's going to be rotation. Like, Frankie could come in maybe on the 65th minute, 60th minute, and the same thing for Ansu Fati. And then slowly, maybe 4 to 5 games in, probably by October, we can finally start seeing Frankie start in the 11. So as of now, I'm going to assume that we have a backline of Balde, Inigo Martinez, Kubarsi, Koundé, with our midfield being Pedri and Casado. Our attacking 4 is going to be Yamal, Olmo, Rafinha, and Lewandowski. Most likely, Frankie will be coming in for Casado, and we will be seeing a double pivot of Frankie and Pedri very, very soon. A double pivot that I think would excite many Barcelona fans. As for Ansu Fati, like what has been stated, most likely Ansu will be playing in Rafinha's position here and there, and then sometimes also see the number 9 position and maybe compete with Ferran Torres and Lewandowski. I can't wait, man. That sounds so exciting. I just cannot wait to see what Ansu Fati can do under Hansi Flick. Can he recover his explosiveness? That is our biggest wish. But as of now, we will be seeing Ansu Fati get positioned into two different roles, on the left wing position and on the striker position. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.